Hello there and welcome back. I would say today we have a very interesting matchup. Some matchup that I don't think Josh has done this one. And this is Ra's Ghul versus Taskmaster. So I'm just gonna get straight into this. Both characters again really well respected and established within the respective comic book universes. I'm just gonna get straight into this. Intelligence. Ra's, I think, is about 600 or 700 years old due to the Lazarus Pit. Right, he can, of course, artificially prolong his life, or his existence, and over the years, over his centuries of existence, he's acquired vast amount of knowledge, as you would most likely expect. Tactics. Now, I know that I would say tactics and fighting are probably going to be the hardest to do. Fighting, of course, being slightly harder, but tactics is also quite a difficult one to do because they're both master strategists. Now, you could say Ra's has the edge simply due to more experience, and I'd be more inclined to agree with that. But when you have someone who can go up against both Captain America's Iron Man and also have Captain America compliment you, or I wouldn't say maybe complimenting, but I guess respecting you in the sense that he stated that Taskmaster is, I think, one of the most dangerous men alive. Again, you know what? I'm going to go for simply years of experience. I'll go for years of experience. When it comes to fighting, however, I will give this to Taskmaster. Now, I said this was a hard one, and here's why I think it goes to Taskmaster. First of all, let me just get this out of the way. Ra's al Ghul can rival Batman. Batman, I'd say, is a step below Taskmaster, because Taskmaster has pretty much memorized the fighting styles, and I'm only going to name a few. You've got Silver Samurai, Punisher, Iron Fist, Wolverine, Tombstone, Black Knight, Black Widow, Blazing Skull, Daredevil, Deadpool. You get the gist. There's probably close to 20 or 30 names here, right, that he's studied and learned and can replicate. That is what I would say more than what Ra's al Ghul can do. Not to mention, Taskmaster on a 7-point scale has a 7 in fighting ability. The only other character that I know of that has that is Ares from Marvel. So that tells you just how skilled of a combatant Taskmaster is. Strength. Technically, I'd have to give strength, speed, and I'd probably give durability to Taskmaster. Now, here's why. He does have an enhanced physiology. He took after injecting himself with the experimental Nazi version of the super soldier serum. So he does have a super soldier serum-esque drug running through his system, granting him enhanced physical capabilities. So that's why I give him the strength, speed, as well as durability. Healing. It does not state that he has a advanced regenerative healing factor. Same thing with Ra's al Ghul. They're, again, both more or less are human, right? So I guess in that case, healing is a bit of a problem because you really can't. You know what? If you had to, you give it to Taskmaster simply for being maybe a bit younger. If you were to truly give a definitive edge, Taskmaster probably would have the edge. Invulnerability. Well, he has the shield. Ra's al Ghul does not. Energy projection. Well, Taskmaster is one of the greatest assassins in Marvel. So, weaponry, guns, I don't know. As far as in the way of weaponry goes, I don't know what he has. But I definitely know he has guns. He has bow and trick arrows. He has a billy club. What else does he have? Energy claws, energy webbing, energy shield, katanas. You kind of get the gist, and that's why he gets the versatility edge too. X Factor. X Factor, this is again, I don't, and I know people are probably already livid in the comment section. I would understand that, right? But considering that Taskmaster more or less is a slightly more enhanced version of Batman with more skill and more of a greater arsenal at his disposal, I'd have to say this result does seem a bit logical based on the criteria that I've set up. Of course, building upon GL Josh's system. However, when it comes to the X Factor, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Taskmaster. Realistically, I do not see how could Ra's al Ghul get a lucky hit? Sure. Do I think, could he use his, actually, and I will actually grant this to Ra's al Ghul for one reason. Ra's al Ghul apparently has the ability to use magic, which is something that I would never have thought of, but he can definitely use magic in this fight, something that I think Taskmaster probably doesn't even necessarily have an object to counter, right? Because Taskmaster can only replicate things that I guess a human can do, or at least somewhat do accurately. He can't, again, I think, yeah, I don't know how to state it exactly. So anything that's around meta-human level of capability, so for example, Spider-Man's acrobatics he can do. He can throw things like Bullseye and Daredevil. And he's got, again, fighting skills of everyone else that he's encountered. But those more or less are either mutants or humans who do not have much in the way of magic or use much in the way of magic. Yes, Iron Fist uses ki, but when it comes to magic of what Ra's al Ghul can use, it's different, right? So I would say Ra's al Ghul probably has the edge in X Factor simply due to the magic knowledge that he has, and his capacity to more or less incapacitate Taskmaster if need be. And so, I hope you enjoy this video. Please, if you'd like, subscribe, like, and share. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you have a great day, and stay tuned for the next fights.